All right, welcome, Picture at Glance family and first-time viewers. How's everyone today? Welcome. Get started here. I was off yesterday, and that 332 came in the day before that I had on my list to play. So congratulations to everyone that hit the 332 for Illinois' evening draw. Okay, that came in just recently, just before the 7:06. Tracking is king. You can't go wrong if you're tracking all 1,000 numbers. I don't care what strategy that you're using. All right. With Pick Three at a Glance, like I always say with the home, no tic-tac-toe, no date solves, no grids, and no multiple different rundowns. Okay. Because I take 22 numbers, do the 1-1 rundown on 22 numbers, and have all 1,000 numbers and their possible combinations with 22 numbers with 22 columns. All right. I've been playing Pick Three for 30 years, ever since the inception in St. Louis, Missouri, and I've learned a lot because I've tracked a lot of numbers. I also studied a lot of books, and I realized that I would win better if I had to put together a strategy on paper at the time, because back then we didn't have the computers and all the things we have today. If I could put a strategy together where I could track all 1,000 numbers and always know what's going on with them, and that improved my game greatly. To the and I had the 22 columns, and at a glance, I could always tell which one of those 1,000 numbers fell off of those 22 columns. And that helped me to know why I was playing any of the 1,000 numbers. And I could track them on a daily basis. And I always knew why I was playing my numbers. And a mistake that people have made, and I was making too, that I was using the tic-tac-toe, the date sums, the root sums, and all those things to try to come up with numbers to try to hit the next day. But I had, with those combinations of numbers, I had no earthly idea why I was playing those numbers. So doing my reading, I realized that there's a law of average with the 1,000 numbers. And that law of average is that you're going to get a certain percentage of those numbers each year. And you got 365 days in a year. You got 1,000 numbers, so you're only getting about a third of those numbers every year. So you still got 635 of those numbers. You have no idea what's going on with them unless you got some way of tracking them. So the Pick Three at a Glance strategy basically is what I came up with, where I could track all 1,000 numbers on paper. And like I always say, OPPB. I found that the more organized I was, the better I won. The more patient I was, the better I won. The more persistent I was to knowing why I was playing my numbers, the better I was. And sticking with a budget is the key that gave me the longevity to stick with my numbers once I found the numbers that I was going to play and stay with them until they come. That's why I said, play them till they come, make that money, y'all. Peace and love. God bless. Because I know it takes time for the numbers to show up. And I was going to have to be able to stay on target with a budget. And when I did hit, I could calculate and see how the numbers were going, and I would reinvest in the numbers that I have tracked and would play those and reinvest in the numbers. And I call that building a bucket list. Okay. And another thing I come to mind is don't play out of need or greed. If you're playing out of need or greed, then it's going to be hard for you to win, because you want to be focusing on how to build a strategy and a skill set with the numbers. You'll be focusing on trying to win the money or whatever. Been there, done that. Down on bills and trying to catch up and things like that, and hoping I hit a number to get out the hole. And 9 out of 10, I found myself more in the hole. For one, I had no idea why I was playing my numbers and didn't build a skill set. See, with Pick Through at a Glance, you can build a skill set because you're tracking the actual 1,000 numbers and you're not looking at a pattern, you're looking at a trend of what the numbers are actually doing because you're tracking all 1,000 numbers. You're tracking the 22 columns and knowing what numbers are falling, how the numbers are falling off the columns. You're tracking the single pairs to know what single pair has failed for the month or not failed for the month. You're tracking the single digits and you're tracking the front pair and the back pair, any number. And that covers all 1,000 numbers at a glance. That way you can build a strategy and a skill set. No problem. Okay? So, here we go. I'm going to show you the 706 came out in Illinois Evening Draw. And with Pick Three at a Glance, we only use one rundown to track all 1,000 numbers. That's the strategy that we use. One rundown. That's the only one you ever have to use to find out all the numbers on each one of these columns here and where they are. All right? So I'm going to get a paper here and I'm going to do the 111 rundown on them on the 706. If you're new, I usually take my time to show everybody how to do what they need to do if they're new, especially with the 111 rundown, because it's fairly simple and easy to use. Okay. 1 minute here. Find my paper to do the 111 rundown on the 706 that fell yesterday evening. And if I have 1,200 videos that you can go back and check. I got receipts for, if you go back, you'll see where I do win using this Pick Three at a Glance strategy. I won 4 times this month already. Not bragging, but I want everybody just to know that my strategy does work. And I only do, if you do evening, just do evenings. If you're tracking midday, just track middays. Don't try to track everything on using the Pick Three at a Glance strategy till you get it down. The most I track is maybe 2 straws. Okay, got a pencil missing. Where's my papers at? Oh, here they are. Oh, got them on the floor here. 1 minute. I don't have all my lights on. I'm not seeing. I'm going to do Illinois Evening Draw. We have some of that. We're doing the 111 rundown here. I'll get another pen and use this red for something else. And we're going to do 706 that came in Illinois Evening Draw. The winning number that came in. Winning number. Oh, I put number across it here. And you're going to do the 111 rundown on it. You add 1 to the 7, you get 8. 1 to 8, you get 9. 1 to 9, you're going to get 10. But in lottery math, if you're new, you only use the number on the right-hand side and not on the left-hand side, which is the 1. So you add the 0. In lottery math, you always sum the number to one single number. All right? So now 1 to 10, and you just use a 0. Then you go 1 to 0 is 1. 1 to 1 is 2. 1 to 2 is 3. 1 to 3 is 4. 1 to 4 is 5. 1 to 5 is 6. 1 to 6 is 7. So you draw a line here. Same number at the bottom, you get at the top, you add it correctly. Same here, you know, you're starting with the 0, which would be 10, but you know it's a 0. You're going to add 1 to the 0, and you're just going to count straight down. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that 1 to that 9 gives you 10. You just use the 0. Same number at the bottom, you get the top, you add it correctly. Same here with the 6, you're going to add 7, 8, 9, 0. Count straight down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right. Now, like I said before, you take, I took 22 numbers out of the 1,000 numbers, did the same 111 rundown on those 22 numbers, and I call those 22 numbers base numbers. They'll always be the same. The base numbers at the top will always be the same that I ran the 111 rundown on it. Now, with these base numbers, whatever number come in and you do the 111 rundown on it, out of the 22 numbers, the base number will always be in that rundown. Okay? The base number will always be in the rundown. So what you're looking for is looking for the base number. When you find the base number, you'll do the 111 rundown on it. This 706 will be in that rundown. And I know that the base number here from doing it so long is this 140, but it's going to show is 014 because I got it the numbers in order, not, you know, out of order. So it'd be 014. That's going to be the base number. Here, these are singles. You got 3 separate numbers. Pick 3 can come 6 different ways. Pick 3 can come 6 different ways. Hey, Mike. Pick 3. The numbers, singles can come 6 different ways if you knew. Like this 706, how it came. It can come 706. It can come 760. It can come 067. It can come 076. It can come 607. And can come 670. All right? That's the 6 numbers, the way it can come out of the 1,000 numbers. This is what you call the law of average. All the 1,000 numbers, just like the 706 change places, will eventually within the year, 2 years, or 3 years, all change places. All right? Now, if you got a double, which can only come 3 ways, like 1, 2, 2, it can come 2, 1, 2, or it can come 2, 2, 1. Because doubles can only come 3 ways. If you knew with pick 3, or knew in the lottery game with pick 3. Triples can only come 1 way, like triples here. Make sure I got this so you can see it. Triples can only come 1 way. All right? So this here, whatever way you do the 1-1 rundown, on if any way these numbers come in, this here will be a change also. So what we're going to do, since we see it as 1-4 here, 140 here, we're going to go to this 014 and see what column is under the 12 numbers for the pick 3. And these 12 numbers with the 1-1 rundown on them right here, you get 12 columns. All right? So you're going to go to the 1-4 column, which is column number 3 right here. See it? Column number 3. And you're going to go down to find that 706. Right here. See it here? But it shows as 670. You'll circle it with the picture at a glance. Circle it off. Right there. Bam, you're done. Right then and there, you know more than anything you would know just using the tic-tac-toe, date, sum, grids, multiple different rundowns, and flipping all those numbers. With that right there, you know that that number fell off that column. You marked it off. You know what's going on with that number. And any other numbers that come in and you mark off the column, you'll know what's going on with them. With these 12 simple columns and numbers, base numbers. Reason being, each one of these columns, these numbers here, can come 6 different ways. So each one of these columns represents 60 numbers. So you got 12 times 60. 12 times 60 gives you 720 of those 1,000 numbers you're tracking at a glance. No guesswork. The actual numbers you're looking at, knowing what's going on with them. All you got to do is track them each day when they come in off of these 12 little columns. And the 12, these numbers don't change here. The base numbers on top, they don't change. And how I came up with these numbers, I just, you know, I really don't know. I studied a lot when I was playing to see how to win and what worked. And nothing really worked, so I had to come up with my own strategy that I could track all 1,000 numbers. So I said, okay, let me start with a number and run the 1-1 rundown on them and see how it comes out. And I started with this 012, and I just put everything in numerical order. I started with 012, 013, 014, 015, 016, 017, 018, and then I skipped there for whatever my mathematical reasoning was to 024, and then I went to 024 and 025, 026, 027. Then I skipped all the way over here to 037, and it all matched out for whatever I was thinking at that time. That was a moment of genius or a download or something. I've had people tell me that it was a genius that I put this together. But I just was playing with the numbers and tired of losing, chasing all those numbers and getting off numbers and numbers coming in after I didn't got off of it. So I say I have to have a long-term strategy. And Picture at Glance is a long-term strategy to winning. So each one of these is 16 numbers in each column. And 6 times 12 gives you 720 of them numbers you're going to always know what's going on with the 1-1 rundown. And here's the doubles that I put together. The doubles where you get all the doubles at a glance using 1-1-1 rundown and tracking the columns. And here it is. Here you have the 001, 002, 003, 004, 005, and you have the triple zeros, all right? Then you have 011, 022, 033, and 044. All these done the 1-1-1 rundown on them, all right? And remember I told you that doubles can only come 3 different ways. So each one of these columns represent 30 numbers of all the doubles of those 1,000 numbers. Triples only come one way, all right? So that's 10 of those. You got 9 times 30 gives you 270 of the doubles you're looking at a glance. You'll always know what's going on with those numbers, all right? And here you have the 10. You got the 270 plus the triples only come one way, which is 10. So that gives you 280 on the doubles and 720 on the singles. Gives you 1,000 numbers you're looking at with 22 columns that you can track easily each day and know what numbers are falling off of each column. And you will know if no number falls off any column that month, because you're doing this monthly. You know you're gonna do a sheet like this every month, and if a column don't hit that month, you can mark it off, and if it don't hit the next month, you can mark it off, and then as you go, you can see what numbers have failed and not fallen off of each column. And that been powerful because working with the law average, you geared toward playing the numbers that haven't failed to use them to win and build your bucket list of winning numbers, working with the law average. Okay? Now here, right here we have, I'm going to go back to where we were started back at. Hopefully that you got that down. And here we have strategy number 2. Right here where it says the 2, I got the 2 there. What I did here, once I put together this master sheet, it was working pretty well. It was working well, but I still was at a loss of what pairs hadn't failed each month, because you have to know pairs. As you get more mature, you want to know what pairs have failed so you know how to play them when you play your pick 3 number. So what I did, I got to find out how a system to track pairs. I had other strategies out there, but they were hard to understand. So I put 55 numbers together that will allow me to track every pair of those 1,000 numbers in a triangle. 55 numbers I put together. So whatever pick 3 number would come out, I'd know how to track the pair. Like the 706 came out, that's 3 separate numbers, so I knew that it had to be 3 separate pairs. So on the triangle, what I did, I said, okay, to track the numbers that for that month, okay, I knew the 06, see here the 06, I already could see that it came out. And then the 07 didn't come out, so at a glance, I know that it didn't come out that month without having to look at all of everything and worry about what came out. And I know the 06 came out, and then I go over here, and the 67 has come out. It's a little light, but it has come out. So if it's come out already, I just put a little check mark back. That remind me that it came out twice in that month already, along with the 06 came out twice. And I know that the 07 is the first time it hit all month. Everything I have in red here is hot. So each month as I rotate the numbers, I realize that the numbers that don't fall the previous month usually show up that next month. That's what I mean by law average. Each month the numbers rotate in and out and change position. What don't come out one month come out the next month, or the next 2 months, next 3 months. But working with the law average, they have to come out. Okay? And they have to come out unless they cheat me out. That's all I'm gonna say. Working with the law average, I only do pick 3 because it's the only one that's trackable, teachable, and doable. Pick 4 got 1 in 10,000 odds. You can't track that. Ain't no rundown, no tic-tac-toe, no date sum, no grid, no nothing gonna show you what's coming out on a pick 4, because they all random. Even with the pick 3, it's 1 in 1,000 odds that's pulled random every day. And unless you have a tracking system similar to this, you don't know what's going on with the rest of them. You got 365 days out of the year, so what's 365 from 10,000? Do the math, y'all. Do the math. Ain't no way. It's luck. Same with pick 5. Ain't no rundown, no tic-tac-toe, no strategy gonna show you what's going on with no 100,000 numbers. And you're only gonna get 365 of them for a whole year. And they got to rotate and change places. But pick 3 at a glance shows you how those 3 numbers are rotating and changing places. That's why you can track it. That's why it's trackable, teachable, and doable. That's how I came up with it, working with the law average. Okay. And here, this 78 ain't hit in red. This 99 ain't hit in red. This 44 ain't hit in red. And then as you build your skill set, you'll be seeing what numbers are more likely to come out and how to hit. Okay. This 14 hit. See how I picked it back up? The 13 that was in red hit. This 02 that hit. This 05 just hit. I won it on it. You know, I ain't gonna go into detail a lot about how I win and what I do, what I win. But everybody follow me. If you follow me every day, I got the receipts. You go back and check my videos. I showed you how I won. I do that. This 09, see here, it came in. It came. So I don't want to go in too much depth. I don't want to scare beginners off. But people that's been around, they know what I'm talking about here. Let's see. The 12. This see, the 12 did come out. I don't know how I didn't circle that, because I know, see, by just building skill set, because 231 came out. So yeah, I meant to circle that. I must have missed it somehow. And that's what I mean. You're gonna have to. It don't take a minute for you to go back and check and see if you missed something. You're not gonna be able to see this with a tic-tac-toe date sum grid, all that, because they want to look for patterns. Pick through at a glance make you aware of trends of a number not showing up for maybe 3 months, 2 months, 4 months, because it could take 4 months for one of these pairs to show up. This 05 took 84 days, 85 before I hit it. But I didn't play it that. I had it on my eye on it. So you can keep your eye on anything that don't show up, because time is on your side when you're tracking the actual 1,000 numbers, because you know what's going on with them, and you're using the law average to your advantage. This 99, I think going on about 3 months now, and it's 4-4. When I, hit, I know what I'm gonna do already in my head. What I'm gonna do with this? No rundown, no tic-tac-toe, no nothing. I know what I'm gonna do with that. The actual numbers. Okay. So how I hit the winner circle on this, 38 pair in Missouri hadn't failed for 128 days. See what I'm talking about? It can take 128 days, and you're trying to jump on and off them numbers. That's a common mistake everybody makes, is jumping on and off the numbers. Because one reason you jump, like I was, you jump on and off of it because you had no idea why you was playing the number in the first place. All right, so here, I'm going to show you, give you a rundown of what. Well, before I go there, I hope you can keep up with me. I don't want to lose you, but I want to go show you an app that's available now that I didn't have at the time to do the 1-1 rundown on any winning number that comes in your state. It's called the Pick 3 Rundown app. And what you're going to do, you're going to tap here, Pick 3 Rundown app. When you download it, you're going to get 3 circles here that you enter the winning number that came in. All right. And we're going to tap it, and the window come pop up. And it's going to be, you're going to put in the 706. Okay. And then you have this 1-1-1 rundown. That's the only 1-1 rundown you have to worry about using with Pick 3 at a glance strategy. These are other rundowns that they got for other strategies that you can look at later, that if you want to be interested in. But Pick 3 at a glance, we only use the 1-1-1 rundown. And you hit the 1-1-1 rundown, and bam, it gives you all the numbers that I did, all the work I did in a matter of seconds. Okay? So here, you see it there? You see the 817, you see the 928, the 039, the 140, the 251, the 362, the 362, the 473, the 584, and the 695. See there? And all you're going to do is find this 140, and you're going to know it's the base number, which is in the column. And then you go to the column, and you're going to find was it 670, the way it came, and that's on the column, and you just mark it off, bam, you're done. Oops, did I move it too far? Or not move it. I hope you could see it. Okay. Right here. That's all you're going to do. And it's going to give you the rundown numbers. All right. Now, only thing that's going to be different, if the base number, like the 014 is the winning number to come in, like if the 014 or this 140 is the winning number, one of the base numbers, you're not going to find it down here. You would just go to the base number and mark it off the column. Okay, I'll show you what I'm talking about here in a minute. You're going to just go to the base number and mark it off the column. Right here, the 014. You just mark it off as coming in. Right there, you just mark it off as coming in. Okay. Now, I was going to do the rundown on the wheel, the 38 that hadn't paired, that hadn't came in. See, that's the stuff you need to know when you're playing pick 3 to get in the winner's circle. Common mistake everybody makes is think that you need to jump on and off them numbers trying to hit every day and not know why you're playing the numbers. So, I'm going to show you how to wheel one of those pairs if they don't come in and you know they haven't came in, and how to play them. In Missouri, that 734 came in, and I gave that to a lady in Missouri the other day. She was riding me Uber, and she works in Missouri, and she told me she played pick 3, and I told her about that 37 front pair that hadn't failed, and she found the card and found that the number was on there that I told her to play, but I don't think she played it though. But that happens. Let's see, put this here. That happens. People be trying to look for so many numbers. They be trying to play all them numbers, and don't play a number when they come in when everybody giving it to them. But I think she'll see that I kind of know what I'm talking about. 380 had 38 pair hadn't came in for 128 days in Missouri. And this is how you wheel it. I call it wheeling it. 380, 381, 382, 383, 384, 385, 386, 387, 388, and 389. Now usually I'll play this 50-cent box, and then I usually know which set of those numbers is going to be probably more likely to hit. Ooh, I had a 4 there. Look at my brain. My brain moving too fast or not moving one. I put a 384 to 384. Oh, man. I did. I had to see that. I wouldn't have known. But not even knowing it, put the same number. Okay. Like older lady told me, your brain play tricks on you when you get older. Believe me, and I know it does. So this is 10 numbers, and I knew that this 385 was hot. And by tracking the back pair, front pair, and knowing what I knew about the numbers. And this is for serious players. Now, if you're a serious player, this is going to be a cakewalk as far as getting the data and how I'm using you to do it. And after you use it, after that, you like me, you probably won't use no other system because you'll be able to track all 1,000 numbers. And it came in. 385 came in and hit. And I had one on the boxes and the 385. And that's how you wheel when you see a pair that a number ain't failed for 128 days. Like that. Okay? That's what I call wheeling the numbers down. Yeah, set 706 pick for today. It's Anthony Neva. I'm sorry. It came in yesterday evening, if that's the question you asked. But I do a Q&A at the end of the live because my main focus is getting everybody in the winner circle. So I try not to join in the chat right now, but I do it at the end of the live because, like you see, I'll make mistakes that I don't want to make, and I'm not what you call that multitasking stuff. I ain't too good at that stuff. And so that's just me, I just feel more comfortable because those bots and trolls come on here and make you want to respond to some of them, and I just don't. I just see them as stuff that people need love if they ain't got nothing better to do. They want to come on and disrupt channels, but I just don't have. My main focus is getting all my subscribers in the winner circle in their state and teaching them how to track the numbers in their state. That's my focus. You have to stay focused on what you're doing, and especially something like this, because it's a lot of work putting these lives and videos and stuff together. So you don't waste time on other stuff. So here is strategy number 3, is my single digits right here. And what I did, I think I mastered how to get all the pairs, but I didn't master how to get all the code numbers. If a number was code, from when I was looking and searching, people say, well, if a number ain't played in a certain amount of days, single number, then play that number. My problem was I never knew where to play the number and how to play it. So I said what I would do is make 3 columns of single digits from 0 to 9, 0 to 9, 0 to 9. And wherever number came in, I would mark off what positions numbers came in at to see what numbers would be left at the end of the month. Just like the 706 came in, I mark off the 7. That 7 came in on the front this month, and it came second time in the middle, and the 6 been hitting pretty good, and then 4 times on the back. See, that's what I mean, building skill set and strategy. But I'm looking for pretty much the numbers that haven't played at all if I move them from month to month. Okay, so say this 927, which is my birthday number, because I know that 927 didn't fall any last year in Illinois evening draw. So when I find a number that, my birthday, I'll play it, but I normally don't play birthdays, anniversaries, and all that stuff unless I didn't track it and know why I would be playing any number. So I know that 927 didn't fall last year at all. So I picked it up as my daily play number. All right. So if at the end of the month and I track and find out that this 9 hadn't hit all month, or any number that didn't hit all month, but I'm playing it already as 927, I'm definitely going to play it as 279 and 729 to put that 9 on the back in case it comes with my number, that 927. I play the 927 straight box, the 279 50 straight, and the 729 50 straight. Like, that's usually how I play it when I see something like that. Okay. So how I got in the winner circle with this, in Missouri, I had checked off all the numbers, and I had gotten to the next month, and I realized I hadn't, almost toward the end of the month, like we are now in June. And in May, I hadn't checked off no 7s. And I said, wow, no 7s? I must have missed something. I went back, and no 7s were played that whole month. I'm telling y'all, this is the stuff you get to see for your state. That's why it's not how many times you hit, it's how you play the game to win. Okay? Because you can see already, no 7. If you played a number with a 7 in it all that month, you lost. But when I seen it hadn't played for almost 2 months, I played 777s. I played the double 7. I played the double 7 front and back. And then I wheeled it just like I did that 38, 770 all the way down to 779. And they came in and I won. That was a good payday. But I would have never seen that just doing tic-tac-toe, date some grills, and multiple different rundowns. Wouldn't have never seen it. But this you'll see more than you'll ever see when you're tracking the actual 1,000 numbers. All right? And I'll explain to you about triples, how I play triples too. And so what you do for, this is strategy number 3. Did I explain? No, I don't think I did. I don't want to lose you. Pairs with that 706, like I said, if it's three separate numbers, you do the oh 07, the oh 06, and the 67 on this triangle. If it's two single numbers, that's only a double. Say it's 448, you mark off the double fours and you mark off the 48 that you see that came in. And then if it's a triple come in that month, you mark off like triple twos, you mark off the double twos, or triple ones, you mark off the double ones. That's to let you know that that double did fall that month when it hit. Okay? Now, I'm going to go to front pair, back pairs. And this was valuable too because after I got the single pairs together, I said, okay, I need to know what's going on with the front pairs and back pair so I know when a front pair and back pair ain't fail, so I know how to mate them up to win. So I came up with a sheet to track the front pair and the back pairs. And like the 706, what I look at, I see if the 70 fail. Yep, look like 70 fail for this year. This is a yearly sheet that you're going to track. Because at the end of the year, I want to see what front pairs and back pairs ain't failed. That's going to be valuable. See, okay, so I did the mark off the 70, knowing, well, I'm going to darken it. But it came once already. And let's see if the 06 that came on the back end, 06 over here. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it, but I'll make it darker. It did come. I'll circle it. And then I put another little check mark by it. That lets me know it came twice for the year already at a glance. No guesswork. Anytime you want to know what's going on with the pairs, you can look. All right. Now, how I do triples. I do not even really focus on triples. Triples is you're only going to get 3 on average out of a year. That's what I mean by averages. You're only going to get 3 on average out of a year. All right. You're only going to get 3. Because mostly out of any 10 numbers you play every day, all year with pick 3, you're only going to get 3 all year. Exact. So that's why you have to know and track your numbers to see what they're doing. So I only play triples only if no triple has failed up to November or December, pretty much. On midday or evening, if I'm going to play a triple. Because in 2022, I realized that double eights hadn't failed on the front, but one time in January. And then the rest of the year, all the way down to November, December, hadn't failed on the front or the back. 2022, pretty much. So what I said triple eights is going to be my number to play. I don't play all those triples trying to hit just to win. I don't have to play all of them if I didn't track toward the end of the year and I know 3 of them going to come out on average a year. Then I put my money on the front and back of the number triple that hadn't failed. Because the A8, I played A8 front, and I played A8 back, which gave me the triple eights. And they came in December, and they were hot, and I won. And my subscribers won also, because they started tracking and listening to me also. Like I say, you build a skill set. These numbers for your own state. The strategy, this system works for any state, anywhere. But you have to track your own numbers. I can't predict numbers. I don't give numbers. All I do is help you develop a skill set to use the pick 3 at a glance strategy. Because it's tracking all 1,000 numbers. And like I say, it's OPPB. You have to be organized, patient, persistent, stick with your budget, and play responsibly. All right? Don't play out of need or greed, because all you're going to do more than likely is burn your money up. Where I was. I mean, that's it. Make it fun. Make it fun out of tracking the actual numbers and seeing what they're doing in your state. That's going to be like a lightning rod to you to see how long it takes to hit these numbers and how long it takes to hit a column off these numbers. Let me show you something here. I'm going to explain mirroring to you because knowing mirrorings is important with using the Pick 3 at a glance strategy. Mirroring system. Understand the difference between mirrors and a minute here. Find it. Mirrors and flips. I used to think that mirrors and flips were the same thing, but they're not. And a lot of people do think mirrors and flips the same. People that's teaching on YouTube think mirrors and flips are the same, and they interchange them when they're not the same, and they interchange it. All right. Mirrors here, you add +5 to the number from 0 to 9. Okay? And flips, you add +3 to the numbers from 0 to 9. The only reason I'm explaining this because I know a lot of people are going to go different channels and try to learn how to win Pick 3 and I guess Pick 4s or whatever they're into. I'm only Pick 3. So you need, because some of them still using saying flips when they mean mirrors and saying mirrors when they mean flips. Okay? So I'm doing this for whoever's following me benefit to see that Pick 3 at a glance is a good strategy to use when you're tracking all 1,000 numbers. But here you go. +5 to 0, you get 5. 5 to 1, you get 6. 5 to 2, you get 7. 5 to 3, you get 8. And 5 to 4, you get 9. Okay? And if I was to extend it out like this, you go 5 to 5, you get 0, but you don't use the 1, you just use the 0. Like in lottery, I tell you, you sum up until a single number. You only use single numbers in lottery match. You don't use the number on the left-hand side. 5 to 6, then you get the 11. 5 to 7, you get the 12, which is the 2. 5 to 8, you're going to get the 13, which is the 3. 5 to 9, you get 14, which is the 4. Okay, so let's say you took the 1,000 numbers, divided them in half, and on the top numbers you get triple zeros to 499, and on the bottom you're going to get 500 to 999. So that divides the numbers directly in half. So on mirrors, they'll call it, most of them, if you hear them say mirror, opposite, or sister number, they talking about the same thing for mirrors. I don't see them saying anything different on flips. Flips mean just one thing, flips. So 0 same as 5, 5 same as 0. 1 same as 6, 6 same as mirror is a 1. 1 is a mirror 6. 2 mirror 7, 7 mirror 2. 3 mirror 8, 8 mirror 3. 4 mirror 9, 9 mirror 4. Fairly simple and easy. So if you played 0, 1, 2 and the lottery played 5, 6, 7, they just mirrored your number, or vice versa. If you play 1, 2, 3, and the lottery played 6, 7, 8, they just mirrored that number, vice versa. All right? You play 1, 2, 2, and the lottery played 6, 7, 7, they just mirrored your number, vice versa, right? And if you played triple zeros, the lottery played triple fives, they just played your mirrored number, vice versa. If you played the fives, they played the zeros, the 67, they played this, or vice versa. Now, with the flips, that +3, you add to the 0. You got +3, the 0, you get 3. 3 to 1, you get 4. 3 to 2, you get 5. 3 to 3, you get 6. 3 to 7, you get 3 to 4, you get 7. 3 to 5, you get 8. 3 to 6, you get 9. 3 to 7, you're going to get 10 again, but you just use the 0. 3 to 8, again, you're going to just use the 1 because you only use one number. And 3 to 9, you get 12. You're going to have a 2. Okay? Now, here you got 0, 1, 2 is 3, 4, 5. That's a flip. Here, that 0, 1, 2 is 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, the flip number is 4, 5, 6. But 1, 2, 3 here is 6, 7, 8. Okay? Then you got the 1, 2, 2 is 4, 5, 5. But the 1, 2, 2 here is 6, 7, 7. And then triple zeros here is triple threes. But here, triple zeros, triple 5. This here holds true to me. It's just like dividing the numbers in 1,000 numbers in half, and you got your top and you got your bottom exact. Okay, you got your highs to your lowest, or your lowest to your highs. 1, 2. Okay, but here it doesn't hold true for a simple reason. You got here a 1 same as a 4, a 4 same as a 1, and here 8 same as a 1, and a 1 same as 8. That don't add up to me. That's not easy for me to figure out. It'd probably take me too long to explain it. So I don't, and then I don't need it with the pick 3 at glance strategy. But you need to know the difference when they say it, because they'll tell you a 3 when they really mean a 5, which they talk about a mirror. Okay. Now, well, that's important for you to understand and know, which is powerful with the pick 3 at a glance strategy and working with the lower average. All these numbers, they mirror, opposite, and sister is in each column. Okay? All of them. Well, the doubles and the singles. Even the pairs, as we go along, you'll see mirror each other. Everything will mirror. And reason being, let's say, I'm going to try to do here because in the center, I know that you'll be able to see it. This 018, the mirror of it is 563. See that 563? And then the 129, the mirror of it is 674. 674. And the 230, the mirror of it is 785. See how all of them mirror each other? Reason being why that's important to know, if you have a column, as you marking these numbers off each month, and you marking the numbers off the columns, you always know what columns do and what numbers are due off that column. So if you got a column that ain't played in 3 months, and you want to know what number to play off of it, you're going to play the number and its opposite if it haven't played, it came in. Like this 018, and you see that this 563 hadn't came in, you're going to play both of those numbers off that column, because law average, 9 out of 10, one of those is going to come. If you don't just play the whole column. Me, normally, I play the whole column box, straight box, not straight box, but box, and I'll play the mirrors that didn't come in, I'll play them straight box. I'll play the whole column box, 50 cent, and the mirrors that didn't come in of each other, I'll play them straight box. Because 9 out of 10, if you have a column ain't hit in 3 months or whatever, they're going to come exactly like they are on the column. 9 out of 10 they will. Reason being, with any 10 numbers here, if you play them 365 days out of the year, on average, you're only going to get 3 of those numbers to come exact for the whole year. If you play 10 of them every day for the year. See what I'm saying? And then that next year, and they roll up, the next year, you might only get 3 more exact. 9 out of 10, you will get 3 more exact. That's all you're going to get, because you're only going to get a third of those numbers every year. That's what you got to get in your head. That's why you can't be jumping on and off them numbers and not know why you're jumping on and off of them. The next year, because it takes 3 to 4 years for these numbers to rotate out and change places, just like I showed you with that 706, working with the law average. You can't keep jumping on and off the numbers. You have to know why you're playing them. Simple as that. This is not brain science. I guess I got it kind of simplified, but it was brain science for me, because I didn't know what I was doing, believe me, y'all. Until I came up with this and started seeing what the numbers were actually doing. You're going to get just 3 on average. And the way I figured that out was with triples. When I read the book, and the book say on average you only get 3 triples out of a year, if you get that. Okay? In Missouri right now, on this column here, column 5, in Missouri, listen up, if you're watching, because I do Missouri and Illinois. I just came over here to Illinois because I had eye surgery and staying with my daughter. So I've been tracking them, and I'm not going to burn up my money trying to play both sides of the water. So I had to adapt myself to over here, which came easy. I hit 4 times this month over here. So it's coming along. So here, this column 5 ain't hit Illinois. I just went back and tracked, Missouri, since July. It came 005 and 505, I believe, in July. So I'm telling y'all, and everybody I've been telling about this here, and that 3-7 front pair, they hotter than a firecracker. Missouri evening draw. Now, I don't tell people play numbers midday and evening, because that make it seem like I don't know what I'm talking about if I got to tell you play the numbers midday and evening. If I tell you play midday, play midday. If I tell you play evening, play evening. Because it makes it look like I don't know what I'm talking about. If I say, okay, you play my number, play it midday and evening. No, I tell you play it evening. If I say evening, play evening. It's going to come evening. If I say play midday, it's going to come midday. Because I didn't did the work. Okay? Here. So, yeah, Missouri, just like it was over here. It was 6 months coming out since this column 5 hadn't hit, and I won off of it. But law average, you building a skill set, and you building a bucket list of columns, even if you know a column ain't hit in 90 days or 120 days. And yeah, a column can take 100, especially on doubles, can take 120 days and not hit. But you're aware of it. And when you do win and you bang them, you ain't guessing where to go get your numbers. You always got a spread to look at to go get your numbers. Okay. And if you need to go and see here, in Illinois, when I got here, I'm going to show you what I had to do. And I got people that they make their own, I can send you the PDF for the sheets if you want the sheets, or I got a lot of people just write the numbers down and make their own sheets, or do it in a lot of people do it in their laptop computer, however they do it too. But see here, when I got over to Illinois, I took a sheet and went back. I made a summary sheet. I'll call this a summary sheet, and I eliminated all the numbers that came in using that using the app I showed you. I eliminated all the numbers, and see, all the numbers in pink I eliminated. The numbers that are not in pink are the numbers that I'm going to line up to play the rest of the year, working with the law average. Even though I already have numbers that I got a bucket list of. You can track them all, but you can't play all these numbers. So, but what you're going to be looking for is any number and a mirror that ain't failed. On the doubles and on the singles. Those are the main ones you're going to look at to want to play. Any numbers, and like this 018, so you can already see that this 563 then failed. So I won't mess with that. I look at a column like over here. This 025, okay. This 247 ain't failed, and my birthday ain't failed. So you know I'm gonna definitely be, well, you know I'm already playing this 792, because like I told you, it's my birthday. But I'm probably gonna play this one too, because it's my brother's birthday too, and we almost halfway in through the year. So I'm probably gonna add that 427 to it when I hit. I'm not gonna, like I say, I'm not playing out of need or greed. I'm playing out of pretty much fun, and when I hit them big, I know where to go. And I ain't gonna add it unless I see I need to add it. Okay, like that. Any, like here, this column, anything that's 137, this 682. This time of year, I start looking for pairs, mirrors that haven't hit off the columns. See, this 027, and then I'll look for, see if the 572 hit. Yeah, 572 hit on it already. If you see like 5 numbers up here at top pretty much then came in, then you know all the mirrors, all the opposites is played. This 037, I'm looking for the 582. See, I would be playing 03, looking at playing 037, 582 at a glance. Oh, let me move it over. This 037 hasn't played. This is Illinois now, you guys. 037 582. And y'all can do the same thing. It didn't take me but about, I guess, about an hour, 2 hours to fill this out. And then you do a monthly sheet. You're going to do a monthly sheet, and you're going to do one every month. You're going to do July, August, September, October, November, December. And you'll always know why you plan your numbers. This is the heavy lifting is going back and getting the data. And you can go back and get the data. Oh, I don't know. I got to. You can go back and get the data from a Lottery Post. I'll show you how to get the data from Lottery Post. Gotta take this down. Here, you download the Lottery Post. You go to lotterypost.com, and I think they got something say download to your phone. Here it is right here. You might be familiar with the Lottery Post or not, but if you do, you really need to make yourself familiar with it. And you're gonna go here. And you're going to go to results, and then your state. You'll be able to find your state. You're going to hit results. And then on the results, you're going to go here. Is this Illinois? 268. Is this Illinois? How did I hit South Carolina? Let me go back here. Results. How did I get South Carolina? This thing here is, I don't know what's going on with this here. Results. I know I hit Illinois. What's this popping up now? Oh. Let me go to Illinois. Okay. All right, you go to Illinois, and you want to go down. You'll see what number. Midday came 185. Yesterday, here's that 706 evening. And here you go the calendar, and it's going to give you all the months up to June. On Lottery Post. And that's how I went back and got the data, and I eliminated all the numbers on the sheet right here. February, March, April, midday and evening, May, and June. Now you won't be doing, you don't want to eliminate all the numbers midday and evening, just the evening numbers, or just the midday numbers if you want to track the midday numbers. Don't try to put all the numbers on this sheet, or you ain't gonna have no numbers left. Just do and if you have too many numbers, you might have to go all the way back. The farther you go back, the more numbers you will eliminate. If you don't eliminate a lot of them in 6 months, you might have to go back. But that's the only time you'll have to do that. And then after that, everything will be moving forward. And see here. Now, to get in 2023 numbers, what you have to do here is come back down here, get to the top, and see where it says year. You got to hit the year window, come down, and you're going to go to 2023. And if you don't have like a, what is it, premium, a gold, a platinum member or something, you can only get 1 year worth of data, but that's all you're going to need is 1 year's worth of data anyway. You're going to hit 2023, and And this it'll tell you if you need to be platinum or gold member to get all the years you want in a year. And then it's just gonna give you a year's worth of data. And you can go back and check everything. Yeah, back year's worth of data. Now you're gonna go to June and you'll start picking up the data right here. Right here, June of last year. And you go here, August, September, October, November, and December. Like I said, you're just gonna do evening, and midday, like that. But I would just do one evening or midday and track that and get the swing of that first. Okay, and that will actually beat me going everywhere else looking for numbers and not knowing uh, why I was playing the numbers and where I was getting the numbers from, or where they was getting the numbers from, and how they was coming up with the numbers that they was giving me to play. Pretty much. Let's see. All right. Who is this? Georgia 383. Yeah, that just came out in Illinois. Let me see what's going on here. I'm going to the Q&A here. I don't know what's wrong with these. I don't know what's going on here. Anthony 706, your pick for today. No, 706 was the pick for yesterday. My pick is off a column. Let me show you what my. And I don't pick for just one single day, and that's because if you heard me, I say play them till they come, make that money. There's nothing out there that's going to show you what's coming the next day, unless you tracking and can track the front pair, back pair, and do all the things I showed you, and have a good idea how long a number is being out and working with the law of average. Okay, so let me show you here. Let me show you here. No such thing of nothing coming out the next day, and especially with this wild ball and fireball thing they just started. I think and put a monkey wrench in things with those. I really do. But the numbers are still coming, but they just taking longer. So I'm thinking they didn't change the pick 3 into the pick 4 into the pick 5, and the pick 5 into the pick 6 with adding them extra balls. So you see that I already increased the numbers. Because the pick 3 with that 4 would be 10,000 numbers now if they're using that machine, using that digital machine. And all I do is pick 3. Okay, and because there's no pick 4 and pick 5, to me it's all up. There's no tracking on that. You're only gonna get 3% of those numbers. Okay. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. Let's see. Okay, let me do another one here. What we got? I don't know what's going on here. Don't look like they got me froze up here. They got me froze up. I don't see what's going on. Okay, because nothing's moving. I've been there. Yep, look like it. No, Anthony is all the one I see. But it shows 7 on here. That is crazy. Okay. Okay. Don't look like I don't know if you all can hear me as or whatever, could you give me a thumbs up and let me know you're on here, because I can't. My comments not look like they froze. Let me see if I can get you on something else here. Let me go back to my. This is crazy, because you be trying to do what you do, and your stuff get froze up, and you don't know what's going on. Yeah, see, it won't go down and it won't go up. My channel's froze. I must be teaching too well. I guess I'm teaching something they don't want y'all to know. Evidently. YouTube. Because it's froze up. The comments are froze up. Yep. And, okay, family. It's froze up. No comments is rolling. And I've got my tablet, and I got another phone. Hold on, let me see one more phone. Let me see here. Let's see, maybe my other phone is working. I don't know. I mean, if that one ain't working, I know it's something going on. Wait a minute. Now what's going on here? Yep. Two comments. All right. All right, family. All I can say is something's going on. I've never had it roll like that. So as I can say, play them till they come. Make that money, y'all. Peace and love. God bless. Common mistake people make is that they got a system or something that's going to hit that next day. It ain't out there. You track the actual 1,000 numbers, you're going to come out, to me, I've come out way ahead. Tracking the actual 1,000 numbers using the pick through the glance strategy, because there's no hype. I'm tracking all 1,000 numbers, and I know what they're doing, and you will too with your state. All the numbers run different in all the states, y'all. So there's no way, no algorithm or nothing they going to come up with going to show you what numbers coming in all these different states. All the numbers run different from midday to evening. You got some states doing 4 draws a day, and all those numbers going to run different on each draw. And as you're tracking all 4 of them draws, you don't have no idea what's going on with those 1,000 numbers on each one of those draws. And if they got the wild ball. I think Texas got that wild ball. Don't pick 3. Believe me, from what I can see and from my tracking of 30 years, all these states going to get that wild ball or fireball, because it's to their advantage. It's to their advantage in my book. That's all I can tell you for right now. But like I said, I still win, but I know I'm playing numbers longer. And I always said, hold them, play them till they come, make that money, y'all. Another common mistake, people play out of need and greed. Make it fun. When you start tracking actual numbers and see what they're doing, it'll be more fun to win. And then when you do win and you can load up on the numbers that you're tracking, you'll see what's going on and win pretty good. But you have to put the wood in to get the fire out. Let's see. But yeah, mistakes to avoid. Don't chase these numbers. Let the numbers chase you. Let the numbers hit you. And you'll see, because you'll see how they're hitting on the pick through the glance sheets. So you'll see how they're hitting. There won't be no doubt in your mind how the numbers are hitting if you're tracking them. Okay, family? So, you say, what is my percentage of winning? With me, I'm way ahead, because I don't really do a percentage. It's how you win. I'm way ahead, Anthony. It's not how often I win, it's how I play the game. When I load up, I might load up on something with $20 and hit straight. You know what I'm saying? So I'm ahead. That's all I can tell you. I mean, I don't track the percentage, but my percentage is ahead because I load up, and when I see a number a certain way, it's just like the law of average, Anthony. If you know anything about the casinos that I can go with maybe for you, the guy that reading cards came up with tracking the actual numbers and knowing with the law of average what numbers was left, what cards were left in the deck, and when to bet and when to load up on the numbers and the cards. And he broke the casinos, and they banned him off the boats, and they still got card counters today. So you might look them up and get an idea how I use the pick through the glance strategy. Have you ever heard of card readers on casinos? They still ban them. They put 5 decks in the cards and they still ban them off because it's a simple strategy. Work with the law average. You can memorize a track whether the left working with the law average. It's gotta fall unless they cheating, and they will cheat. Uh, you understand where I'm coming from, Anthony? Works for the same principle. I've won thousands. Okay, and I know I ain't put that much money in it. So there's no percentage for me. It might be for somebody else to calculate that close. Anybody else? Yeah, when you know when a front, just like the triple eights, you know front pair and back pair ain't failed all year. Right. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Pretty much that's what you're saying. I think I get what you're saying. Yeah. That's what you do. It was numbers 1, 2, 3, and I put $20 on it. That's $500. That's well, that's $10,000, right? Is that what you're saying? And all I do is pick three. I don't mess with none of that other stuff. I played Mega Million Powerball, one ticket. I put one ticket in there every day. Yeah, that's how you. That's if you look at just go look at card readers that play on the casinos that they ban off the boats and they still ban them off. They hire people to spot card readers to take them off the boat because it's easy to do. And they working with the law average. That's what I do. When I see a 8 ain't fail on the front and back all year, I know to load up on eights. If I see sevens ain't fail for 2 months on no number, I gotta be crazy not to play triple sevens or triple zeros. That's how you do it, man. Only thing different with them, they got to sit there and play. You don't have to sit there and play every day. You can just wait until the numbers line up and then play. I'm telling you, that's how I go, man. That's the best way to get them. You can't hopping on and off these numbers. And I don't mind if I lose. I don't or not miss a day. I ain't gonna bet a lot of money till I see it line up. And everything else, the longer a column is out, the more I lick my chops. I hope a column be out for 4 months and don't hit. I do. It makes it easy on me where I'm going to get my money on what column. I don't do percentages, man. Ain't no need. I know what the percentages are. I just need to know what numbers I'm gonna hit straight. Now I'm gonna hit them straight. And I come out ahead. You will. Unless they start cheating you, like I said. All right. Anybody else got any questions? All right, family. So Plimpton to come, make that money, y'all. Peace and love. God bless. OPPB. Be organized, be patient, be persistent, stick with your budget, track your numbers, and don't play out of need or greed. Go slow, you get more. All right?